Hello friends, welcome to iExamB. I'm Satakshi and I'm your English faculty at iExamB, and in this video we will see one concept that most of the students get confused about, and that is the difference between that and which. So friends, if we know the difference between these two words and their usages, then definitely in the question in the exam, if we get questions related to these two words and their usages, and especially we can get questions of error detection based on this, then in the exam, once we know the concept, we will be able to solve those questions, right? But for that, first we should know that what is a restrictive clause and what is a non-restrictive clause. So a restrictive clause is something that is necessary to make the sentence meaningful, and if we remove that restrictive clause, the sentence may not have any meaning at all, or its meaning will be changed, right? And a non-restrictive clause is something that will only add the information, right? Even if we remove the non-restrictive clause, the sentence will convey the same meaning as it was conveying along with the non-restrictive clause. All right, so let's see some of the examples and understand it in a better way. Suppose we are talking about these are three sentences which are using that, right? So now we will see that which sentences are using that correctly, and what is the kind of sentence that should use that, and the kind of sentence where we should use which. All right, so now here the first sentence says Pinky's dress that has polka dots was a birthday gift from his sister, right? So Pinky's dress is the noun, and that has polka dots. It is a particular dress that we are talking about, right? If we remove this clause, then this sentence will not have the same meaning as it is having right now, right? So this is a restrictive clause, and hence using that is important here. We will use that and not which. All right, now moving on to the next sentence, it says laptops that are used for gaming purposes are usually more expensive. Now if we remove this clause, then the sentence would be laptops are usually more expensive. But here we are not trying to say that laptops are expensive. We are trying to say the laptops which are particularly used for gaming are usually more expensive, right? So removing this clause will change the meaning of the sentence. Hence, the usage of that is important here. We will use that and not which. All right. Now, when we are talking about this sentence, it says Paul's favorite cafe that serves excellent coffee and cakes is in Goa. Now, there are certain words like favorite, unique, some words like, extreme. Now these are the words that themselves are superlatives, right? And that I mean to say that the cafe, the favorite cafe, can only be one, right? So if we even remove this clause and say that Paul's favorite cafe is in Goa, there can be only one favorite ideally. So we also know this clause is only adding to the information which is about Paul's favorite cafe, right? So when we will remove this clause, then also we will know that Paul's favorite cafe is in Goa, and that cafe also serves excellent coffee and cakes. So this is a non-restrictive clause. We can remove this clause and still the sentence will make sense. All right, so the usage of that here is not correct. We will use which instead of that here. All right, now if we see one more example of which, it says the human heart, which contains 4 valves, weighs approximately 11 ounces. Now even if we remove this highlighted part, this non-restrictive clause, then also the sentence will make sense that the human heart weighs approximately 11 ounces, right? So this clause is only adding to the information. to the main clause, main sentence. Hence this can be removed easily, and hence which will be used along with this clause, right? So now I hope you have been able to understand the usage of that and which. That is used when you cannot remove that clause, right? And which will be used when you can remove that clause easily. Okay, so now let's see some sentences here and try to check if these sentences are correct or not. So now when we see the first sentence, it says my first class on Mondays that starts at 10:30 is my chemistry lab, right? Now when we try to remove this clause, then also the sentence will make sense. My first class on Mondays is my chemistry lab. Now this part, the highlighted part, is only adding information, right, to the existing sentence. So the usage of that is not correct here. We will use which here, alright. Now the next sentence says, consider whether you want a mixer tap that will deliver a stream of warm water or two separate taps, right? So if we again highlight this clause and see that if we remove this clause, will this sentence make the same sense, right, as it is currently making? So it says consider whether you want a mixer tap or two separate taps. So this is again only adding the information to the existing sentence. So again that should not be used here. We'll use which. Okay. Now this is the third sentence. It says the 1970 law, which was originally created to prosecute mobsters, makes normal business a crime if it is part of an illegal conspiracy. Okay, so this is an exercise for you and you will solve this yourself and leave your answer in the comment section below, and I will tell you if your answer is right or not. Okay. Now let's see another such sentence. This says, have you heard of the new band which uses 5D projections at their concerts? Now if we see the clause which uses 5D projections, now this is something that is actually telling us specifically about this band. If we remove this part, then we will not know that which particular band they are talking about, right? So this is an important clause. This is a restrictive clause and thus it will use that. Okay. So friends, I hope the concepts of which and that are more clear to you now. Try solving the third question as an exercise and leave your answer in the comment section below, right? And also, if you want to know more such confusing words, we'll be coming up with a video tomorrow regarding such confusing words which students are not able to identify and often do mistakes related to those words, especially in their exams. So friends, definitely watch tomorrow's video. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do, and do press the bell icon so that you continue to receive the updates of the videos that we bring for you.